Hey guys, it's Coach Bob. Welcome back. I am excited to have you here with me today and so happy as well. Today we're looking at CrossFit and the three different major modalities of weightlifting, gymnastics, and cardio. And in this video, we're going to look at how we might go about modifying, scaling, or tailoring that workout to get the best results. So here we go. Workout starts with a 6-minute interval where we're doing purely a weightlifting movement. We've got deadlifts, hang power cleans, and push jerks. We're borrowing from a hero workout called DT, which is a traditional workout normally with 155-pound bar for men and a 125-pound barbell for ladies. Gonna double check me on that one. So it's generally pretty heavy, but today it's written down as a more moderate to lightweight. And what we're doing is we're cycling through 12 deadlifts, 9 hang power cleans, and 6 push jerks, and trying to get as many done as we can in 6 minutes. So when we do a workout like that, it's really measuring the work capacity that we have when we're working with a barbell movement in that shorter time domain, or in this case, the 6-minute domain. So 6 minutes, you can't hide. You can't go out and just sort of sprint real fast because you'll get exposed as far as your overall stamina or your aerobic fitness, because you're just going to get fatigued in those later rounds. So I'm trying to break it up a little bit and trying to be consistent across. And I'm this second round here, I'm trying to be a little more efficient on the hang power cleans. I'm wrapping my thumb around for the hook grip, try to save my grip, and just trying to get through those movements. I chose to drop the bar before moving on to the push jerk. But the overall idea here is that you have a set amount of work that you're trying to complete as many rounds in that 6 minutes that you have. And like I said, there's no place to really hide in the workout, because if you're resting, that time is ticking away on the clock. So those are lost repetitions, so to speak. But more importantly, everyone's going to have a certain limit as far as what they can do, how much power output that they can have in that period of time. So after a 6-minute rest, we moved on to a similar workout, but this time it's featuring all body weight movements. So the 3 body weight movements are the pull-up. We have 5 pull-ups, 10 push-ups, and 15 air squats. So this is a round of Cindy. And much like the previous workout where we worked with the barbell, here we're trying to get as many rounds done as we can in the 6 minutes that we have. So same kind of thing. Everyone has a limit as far as how much that they can get done in that amount of time. And the body weight movements tend to add an element of the stamina, because you're going to have typically higher repetition sets. So we're looking at, using the same muscle group for 5, 10, 15 reps multiple times in 6 minutes. Maybe we get 6 rounds. So you're getting upwards of 90 air squats and so on. So or 60 push-ups and so on. So it tends to be a little bit skewed toward stamina, but at the same time, different people are going to have different experiences depending on their body weight, their gymnastic skills, and things like that. Finally, the last part of today's workout was a 6 minutes on the assault bike or the Rogue Echo bike for as many calories as we can get in that 6 minutes. And we're given 6 minute rest in between. So theoretically, we should be pretty much rested in between these 3 different bouts of exercises. And we should be able to get a pretty good measure of the 3 of them and make some sort of comparison between those 3 different modalities, right? Weightlifting, body weight movements, and the cardio movements. And of those 3, which one of those felt like, I could really just power through this one. This is definitely my jam, something I feel really comfortable with. And which one of those 3 made you like, I don't know if I really, this one here seems like it's going to be a lot more heartache, right? So everyone's going to have unless they're really balanced across those 3, you're going to have one that's going to stand out as being something that you're going to feel better at and be able to get more work done, and another area that's probably going to be a little bit of a laggard. And just paying attention to that can help us to get a better understanding of strengths and weaknesses, or I like to think of it more as opportunities to improve. Which areas should be my focus where I can put more time and energy into that versus, let's say, the bike, which maybe I feel comfortable on there and it's just a steady grind. So which one of those 3 different modalities is going to give me the best bang for my buck? And that's just an interesting way that we can kind of think about these different movements. I said I was going to talk a little bit about scaling and tailoring the workout. With that kind of information, as far as which one of these 3 will be more challenging, you can also play with the knobs and the switches a little bit, modifying the movements or the load on the barbell to get the right stimulus that you're looking for in that workout. So if the load on that barbell really was that 155-pound barbell, it really would have been a completely different 6 minute experience for me, right? So there would have been long breaks. I might have gotten 1 round, maybe 2. It would have biased a little bit towards strength building, but I would not have had a very good opportunity to work on cycling the barbell and getting multiple rounds and reps done, managing the breaks in between. And, so there's a whole lot that really wouldn't have happened. So when I look across, the workouts that we have and the different modalities, use this as an opportunity to modify either upwards or downwards the skill level involved in it, the load on the barbell, so that you can get the right stimulus, right? So that 6 minutes, Coach Molly gave us a good idea of how many rounds that we're looking for. 4 rounds of DT, for example. And for Cindy, they were looking for about 5 rounds as well in that one, and so on. So which you can, and then on the assault bike, they were looking for about 50 to, I think he said 100 calories on there. So that can give you an idea of, well, if I was using a heavier barbell, there's no way that I would get those, 4 rounds. I would really struggle, let's say, on the push jerk movement overhead. That's, let's say, a movement that I tend to struggle with. So instead, what I should do is look for a load that I can get more repetitions and more cycles on there. And that's going to create more learning, more opportunities to grow. Plus, it's more likely that my movements are going to be closer to the kinds of movements that I'm going to want to ultimately be able to do, a little closer to mechanically sound movements. And that's always going to be good too. Similarly, on the gymnastics movements, when we're looking at those, we're looking at, modifying the skill level involved in it or providing accommodation so that we can get something that's true to either the range of motion or the muscle groups involved or the a progression that's going to be a stepping stone toward just increasing capacity and functionality, let's say, toward those goals where we get to use our whole body. So obviously, let's say I only had 1 or 2 pull-ups, then doing pull-ups, strict pull-ups in that workout only probably wouldn't have been a good idea, because I would have been stuck on the pull-ups for a long time. So instead, what I would recommend is, if I do have 1 or 2 pull-ups, maybe get that 1 solid pull-up and then use a modified movement to build stamina or build on my successes, maybe either using a band or having toes on the box for the pull-up and things like that. On the aerobic component, biking, rowing, ski erg, running, and the jump rope and those kinds of things, what we're looking at doing is having a steady pace, working at and around threshold. So if we take that 6 minutes and we try to push really hard in the first 2 minutes, then what we're doing is we're suffering for 2 minutes and really getting hurt, so not hurt in a bad way, but really pushing hard so that the second and the third, or the minutes, the last 4 minutes of that workout are really going to be suboptimal. So what you want to try to do instead is spend as many minutes as possible in that 6 minutes that you're given at and near your sustainable pace or your threshold pace. And so, that comes with just sort of paying attention to your breathing and your overall aerobic perceived exertion on there, so that hey, I know what 6 minutes of running, let's say if I ran a half a mile or more, or 3/4 mile, what does that feel like? That's the kind of effort I want to give on this one, so that I can finish strong, the middle can be strong, and the beginning can be strong. Or if anything, it gradually increases the intensity as I go and finish a little bit faster. So these are just some tips on how to approach a workout. When we have these different elements in there, you want to play toward your areas of opportunity where you can actually grow and develop capacity. Hopefully this has been helpful. We've got a lot more coming for you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Take care and have a great day. Peace.